welcome or welcome back. My name is Jennifer, and here on my channel I like to chat about all things beauty and makeup. And I am currently in the process of doing my collection and declutter. I did a huge collection and declutter video last year that I recorded and never posted. So I'm going to make sure to actually post it this time. And I do make mention of a few items that I already decluttered last year. I also make mention of a few items that were in like the bin of things I decluttered but just hadn't gotten rid of yet. So even though I'd never posted that, you're still going to get some of that like content to catch you up, since I definitely have not posted for a long time. And I've brought a lot in and sent a lot out of my collection. So I'm not going to do a specific special intro and outro for each video because that's just too much work. And if I try to do that, I won't do it. I just won't. I know myself. So I will do this by categories, and I will have the category listed in the thumbnail or the title of the video, or both. And just general housekeeping things. Anything that I have that is available will be listed on my Mercari page, which when it's listed, when I have things listed, I'll link the Mercari page below. And then, yeah, I'm not looking to do like cut my collection in half. I'm not a minimalist by any stretch of the imagination. I have a whole flower wall with a neon sign, so definitely not a minimalist here. I definitely just love makeup, and I love playing in makeup. Sometimes I just sit in my beauty room and swatch stuff and enjoy what I have. And if you have a problem with me using my makeup like that, I mean, obviously I also use it on my face, but if you have a problem with that, you can just go ahead and exit out of the video now. This one's not for you, and that is totally fine. So enough housekeeping, let's get into the actual declutter. Okay, so things have gotten a little out of hand. A little joke there. These are all of my primers. I'm gonna organize them a little bit and we'll go through them and I'll decide what to keep and declutter. Okay, I put everything that's like new in box back here, and I'll go through those in just a second. And we'll go through these now. So first, I have the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Putty Primer. I do enjoy this one. I don't really feel like it you know, like fights acne, but I do feel like it gives a lovely base when you have a breakout that kind of like keeps a nice barrier. It's green in tone, but it doesn't stay green. Like, it doesn't give any major like color correcting properties to your skin. Nothing that's very noticeable and helpful anyways, in my experience. I don't know why I didn't bring a cloth with me. One second. All right, grab me a paper towel to get underneath my nails, since I actually have nails, if needed. And then I grabbed a makeup eraser, one of the big ones. I love using these for declutters, or like when I'm organizing singles, just to wipe back of them off. I like the big ones. I only buy them when they go on sale though, because makeup erasers are expensive. All right, it's hot as heck in my room, which is why I avoid this room like the plague most of the time. Anyways, back to e.l.f. This is probably going to expire soon, but currently it's still working fine, so I'm gonna keep it. This is the Tarte Quench, and this one, it has like a nice which, let me back that thing up a little bit. I have dry skin. So most of what I like caters to dry skin. If you have oily skin, you're going to want like the opposite. This is like a list of things that you don't want for your face if you have oily skin. So this one is just kind of like a nice gel consistency, and it dries down because I can't stand anything tacky on my face. I've tried gripping primers before and I just cannot do it. It has kind of like just a fresh scent. It does have a scent to it. I do notice it when it's on, but it does fade away after like, you know, an hour or so. So if you find that you smell it and you don't like the smell of it, you're not gonna like this. You're definitely gonna want to get rid of it, or take it back. But I find that it just gives a nice hydrated base for my makeup to sit on, where my makeup doesn't like pill and sit in the lines and just flake off. So this I like mainly during the summer because it's light. It doesn't like, it's not super heavy. I'm almost out of it, so I'm just going to keep this to finish it, and also I enjoy it, so why not? Then I'm going to go into these. Okay. First, I have the Quench Hydrating Primer in a travel size unopened, so I'm also going to keep that. I'll just address that right now. Then I have the Tarte Hydrating Primer. This is the Base Tape Hydrating Primer. I've already finished a full size of these before they repackaged them. I liked this before they repackaged it. Let me wipe that other primer off so you kind of get to see what consistency this is. My hand is going to be like so silky smooth after this, or it's going to be irritated from all the products. We'll see either way. So this is just kind of like a nice light lotion. I don't feel like it's super heavy, but I feel like it's heavier than the Quench. So I tend to lean into this more in the fall and winter, and maybe like the beginning of the spring when the weather is still a little, you know, the air is still a little bit dry, weather's still a little bit chilly where I live. And it has a coconut scent. I think it has coconut in it. The ingredients are not on here. They're on the box, which I tossed like a moron, just because I can't be bothered with boxes. They drive me crazy. So I love this a lot. So I'm going to keep the full size, and I'm going to keep this little mini. We do have some traveling to do coming up. And I bought this I think I bought this for my work trip in January. Oh, look, a Polly here. Thank you, Polly. A little bit of Polly everywhere she goes. I'm going to try to see. I feel like I can get rid of this Milani Chill Out. It says it's a soothing primer with wild oat extract and ceramides, and it's silicone free. I don't like this very much. I don't know what it was. I just didn't enjoy it. It has kind of like a little bit of that silicone-y slip feeling to it, which is fine, even though it's silicone free. But it is a little bit on the heavier side. I didn't really enjoy the scent of it. And if you can't tell, I'm getting over a cold, so I'm kind of struggling to explain some smells right now. Also, I can really smell that coconut. Let me put it on my other hand so I can smell it better. I don't know. I don't smell anything now. Maybe it was just me. In any case, I don't feel like I need it. I think I can pass it along. So we're going to get rid of this Milani Chill Out. And then this Smashbox, the original Photo Finish Smooth and Blur. I got this in like an Influencer box. Like a Vox box. I have since stopped getting those because apparently I did not do a good job reviewing stuff, which is fine. So this one has the same like slippy feeling, but I don't really get a major scent from it either. It just gives a nice layer for your makeup to sit on that's I wouldn't say it's hydrating, but it doesn't dry me out. Like, it doesn't take your oils away. But it just kind of like, if you already have good skin, I think it's a good layer to put on. These two I got in an Ipsy box or BoxyCharm, whatever you want to call it. I've had this Farrah Smooth Focus Primer for a while now. I really should try it, but I never have. I have all of these that I love so much, so I feel like I should just pass this along. And then same with this Beauty for Certain Make It Bang. This is a transparent face primer, so this one is still taped closed as well. So I'm just going to pass this one along. There's nothing wrong with them. I don't have anything against the brands or I don't know crap about the brands, if we're being honest. I just feel like I have so many open already that I would be okay. I wouldn't miss it if I passed those along. And if I decide later that I want to try them, I can always repurchase. I have this Ulta Beauty color correcting face primer. It says it's mineral oil free and paraben free, and it's green to reduce redness. So this one is supposed to be a little bit green to reduce redness. So sometimes I'll go in with like this on my cheeks where I'm really, really red. And then I'll go in with something like the base tape to the rest of my face. And this gives just a little bit of correction. It looks like avocado. It looks kind of gross, but it does kind of sink into the skin nicely. I did put a lot on here. It sinks into the skin nicely, and it does give a little bit of correction to that redness. I look a little bit yellowish green right now because I don't really have a lot of redness on my hand. But you know, taking into account color theory, it does help quite a bit. So I think I'll keep this for now. It's looking kind of gross in the cap. I may clean this before I put it away, but probably not. I'll probably clean it the next time I use it. That's actually the more likely scenario that will occur because I'm very overwhelmed today. But I'm going to go ahead and keep this one from Ulta. And then this is like my new favorite. If you can't tell, like so much of this is used. And this is the Tula Skincare Filter Primer. This says it's blurring and moisturizing, and I have the shade Luna for fair light skin tones. So you can get, I think there's one that's transparent, and I don't know how many shades there are. I just know that this was gifted to me by, I think, my husband for Christmas maybe. And I let it sit in my drawer for a bit because I wanted to get some use on some other primers first and try to work my way through them. And I finally allowed myself to open this one, and this is beautiful for dry skin. So like here, my skin has a bit of other primer on there, so it's not sitting as well. But here where my skin is more dry, hi Archie, Archibald. Here where my skin is more dry, it's sinking in beautifully. And you can see that it's kind of like a peachy tone that it leaves. You know, it starts out this like whitish color, and then the little itty bitty beads pop and it gets kind of peachy. And I sometimes will wear this just by itself. It's a pretty decent match to my neck. So if I put it on a very light coat, I can wear this alone. And then sometimes I will wear it underneath foundation. I found there are certain foundations it does not play as well with. Like the higher coverage foundations, it is too much. It looks like I'm wearing too much. Or it just feels like too much. I don't know. So with those, I tend not to use this primer, but this is beautiful underneath the Ulta Complexion Crush primer too. I really like it with that. All right, let's look at these in boxes. I'm probably not going to get rid of any of these, but we'll just take a look. You can see that I went shopping at clearance at TJ Maxx. So shame on me. I also placed an order to Cover FX, and they accidentally sent me 2 of these. I really wanted something with an SPF in it for the days that like I forget my SPF upstairs, or I forget to put my SPF on, you know, in the bathroom or whatever. So I really wanted something that had a little bit of SPF in the primer. I don't typically like skincare ingredients, especially like SPF in my stuff. I typically don't count on that. I usually use a separate SPF on my face, but there are sometimes I'm in a hurry, or, you know, I just forget. And so I wanted to have something as like a backup in my arsenal. And Cover FX thought, you know, you really need a lot, because they accidentally sent me 2 complete orders, like the same order. So I have 2 of these. They expire in 2025, so I probably have enough primer here to last me until 2025 or 2026, but here we are. I'm going to keep the Too Faced Proactive Nourishing Hangover RX. I just heard such really good things about this for dry skin, and I wanted to give it a try. If I try it and absolutely hate it under a couple different foundations, I'll just pass it along. I won't wait for my next declutter, more than likely, unless I'm desperately trying to make it work. But I only paid $16 for it, so I don't feel quite as guilty about that one. And then, I got the Saturday Skin Pro and Prebiotics Pretty Pop. This is the Probiotic Power Whipped Cream, and it just sounds really good for dry skin. This should probably be in my moisturizers, huh? Yeah, we're gonna move this to my skincare, because apparently it's not a primer, you silly, silly girl. My bad. All right, so I have the Tula Filter Primer. This I just purchased in the 21 Days of Beauty sale, so I got it for 50% off. Seeing as how I've used so much of this, I felt pretty confident I would go through that and then want another one. Maybe I should have waited, but I don't know. I just really wanted it on sale. And then I have this Timeless Smoothing Primer. It's just an itty bitty cute little sample travel size. I have never used this, and I really need to. It's just a little baby. I typically don't like smoothing primers that much, but I heard really good things about this one, and I really wanted to try it. So I didn't do that great, but we're not here just to get rid of stuff. We're here to make my life easier. Oh, I have one other thing. Hold on. So these are primers that came in the Cover FX order. They were a free gift with purchase. And these are gripping primers, and as I stated before, I typically don't like gripping primers, so I honestly don't have an interest in trying these. They are probably very lovely. I've heard wonderful things about Cover FX, and especially their primers. The packaging is so cute. I love it. This stuff was like 70–80% off, plus then I got a free gift with purchase, and they accidentally sent me my order ×2. I couldn't figure it out, but yeah, I definitely only ordered once. Oh. Y'all thought we were done. Yeah, I'm getting rid of these 2. And then I have these. I filmed a declutter back in like December of last year, I think. And then I put a bunch of stuff for sale on Mercari. I never edited the videos. Well, I edited one. I got really frustrated because I couldn't get it to upload to YouTube, and I just like noped out and quit. So anywhoosies, I didn't like how this one smelled. This is the Oh For Cool as a Cucumber primer. I didn't like how it smelled. It didn't really do anything amazing for my skin, so I just didn't care about it. I have no interest in trying this NYX Hydro Touch. I think I maybe tried it once and I didn't like it. This Flower Skin Smoothie Hydro Pop Primer, I feel like is pretty nice, but I feel like I have other things that I gravitate to more. So I felt like I should just pass this along before it gets super expired, which let me check on that. Yeah, this is still fine. It has a little bit of a scent. It kind of reminds me a little bit of the Smashbox or the Milani in texture and how it feels. It's nice sitting on the skin, but I don't know. There's something about it that I just didn't like as much as I like my other products, like the Tarte Quench. Like, sitting in a drawer next to each other, I would have to make myself use this. So I felt like, why would I do that? Why wouldn't I just pass this along to someone that would love and appreciate it? So, bye. All right, so let me count real quick. Okay, so I am keeping 9 full size, 4 travel, and I am getting rid of 8 full-size primers. So it did look like it was going to go that great in the beginning, but I forgot I previously had like a small stash of decluttered stuff set aside for people to pick from. So yeah, these are going to go. And let's move on to the next category. Okay, clearly I have problems. So I have let's start with SPF. Get some of these out of the way. My bad. Okay, so I have this Madagascar Centinela Hyaluronic Silky Fit Sun Stick. This is from Skin 1004 or 1004 or 1004. I don't know how the frick you say it. I don't care. I love this thing. It is so silky smooth and it sinks right into the skin. It doesn't feel greasy. It doesn't have a major scent. It doesn't have any scent. I'm gonna actually probably cry when I run out of this. Okay, I have a decent amount left. That's good. So if you don't know, I have dry skin, I have rosacea. I also take a lot of medication for my rheumatoid arthritis that impacts how sensitive I am to the sun. Even just sitting here next to the window, forgetting to put on sunscreen today, like I'm probably gonna hate myself tomorrow because my face is probably gonna be like beet red. So this I'm definitely keeping. I love this Kula Classic Face Sunscreen. I just did not use this fast enough before it expired. It expired March 2024. I'm like, there's a huge air bubble in here, but I'm definitely like down to about here. So I almost made it, but not quite. So I'm gonna have to toss this. This makes me sad because this is a resetting refreshing mist that I really wanted to try. It's an SPF 40 and this is from Supergoop. I got it in an Ipsy and this expired in the same month, March 2024. I went a bit of time without really using any SPF. I just sat in my room depressed. And yeah, so we're gonna have to toss these, unfortunately, because they're expired. And once SPF expires, it's not as effective, which sucks. So that's 2 gone, 1 staying. So now we have setting sprays, and I'm not gonna do well here. We're gonna keep a lot. For absolutely no reason, because I don't even use setting spray right now because I am so lazy. All right, so we have the Tarte Maracuja Miracle Mist setting spray, which is just like, let's see if I can do this without like getting my table super wet. It's this nice fine mist that I really enjoy, and it doesn't really have a scent. It has like a little bit of a scent, but it's nothing strong, nothing perfume or floral or anything like that. So I like these for travel, but I figured out that I didn't think I could take this on a plane in my carry-on. So, oopsies. I can take something like this though. And so I was gonna get rid of this, but I don't know. Maybe, yeah, I don't need this. It has a pretty strong coconut scent and I just don't like it. So we're gonna get rid of that. This one, I don't think I've ever used. This is the Ciate London Everyday Vacay, and I love the Everyday Vacay powder. Let's see if I can maybe spray this. Test out the sprayer. Oh yeah, that's a beautiful fine mist. I don't know if you can see it. And it has a light coconut scent that doesn't really bother me. There is something really strong about this one. So this I'm definitely keeping. I can't wait to use it. This is my Urban Decay all-nighter. This is like my trusty go-to. I know my stuff is going to stay in place for the evening or day when I use this. I don't have oily skin, so I feel like if you have oily skin, this may not be quite what you need. You may need something more oil controlling. I hear, I think One Size has some setting sprays or a setting spray that's good for that. But this is my trusty go-to that, like, if I'm going to an event or have pictures taken or whatever, this is what I use. And then I got this TYS Beauty Final Treat spray in BoxyCharm. And this really intrigues me because it's got hyaluronic acid in it. And you can use it before and after applying makeup. It says to shake well. So we're shaking. Shake. And it looks like it might have a fine mister in it as well. Let's see. Yeah, this one's a nice fine mist too. I don't think it has much of a scent. If it does, it might be a little bit coconut, but I may just be smelling the Ciate on my hands still. So this seems nice and like something I would love. I just have to get back into using setting sprays. I just don't use them that much in the summer because I do sweat a decent bit. And even though I'm not oily, you know, the sweating does kind of bring some oils to the surface, and I just don't feel like I need these as much. So in the wintertime, I tend to gravitate towards these more. So in this category, we are keeping 6 and decluttering 1. Okay, powders plus, I forgot that I got this free gift with purchase in the mail today. So I have an Hourglass mineral primer, the little veil. It's just an itty bitty cute little baby, which I'm excited to try. I've wanted to try this. It's a substantial, like, little tiny glass bottle too. Nice little gift with purchase. So adding this to my primer total. Sorry guys. Okay. For someone who doesn't really use powder, I have a lot of powder. I have this Shape Tape setting powder in the shade Translucent, which I've said before, I really don't feel like is translucent. It has one of those little nets. Now I believe it comes in, like translucent light and translucent medium, at least. I can't remember. It's been a minute since I looked for it on the website, or knowing Tarte, they've already discontinued it. The powder still smells fine. It is a beautiful powder. So when I do use it, I like it. I just don't use powder that much. I don't see a reason to get rid of anything here, but we'll see. Again, I just got this Hourglass translucent setting powder, the Veil in a little travel size or sample size. It's a cutie patootie little tiny thing, which I like these because I feel like they're much more achievable for me to be able to finish them. I have this Ciate Everyday Vacay, which I'm a little more than halfway done, I would say, with this one, and I really do enjoy this powder. It does smell like coconut. If you don't like coconut, I don't recommend this at all. I have seen some reviews from people that are darker complected than me that say that they don't like it because it leaves like a white cast or makes them look ashy. So I highly recommend, you know, some discernment if you are not as fair as me. I received this in a BoxyCharm. I do think it's a beautiful formula, so I'll finish it. But I probably will not be repurchasing that one when I do purchase the powder. That being said, I did end up with the Watermelon Burst setting powder in a sporadic, like, I need travel size stuff purchase. Why? I don't know. But I'll just keep this until I need to use it, I suppose. I have this NYX HD finishing powder, which I really do not use that much. Honestly, I've used this mainly for when all of my makeup was downstairs and I needed a setting powder super quick to set my eyelids with so that I could do my eye makeup without oily eyelids. So I feel like this is something I could potentially pan. I may pass this along eventually. I don't know. Let me see this one. This one is the Ciate Extraordinary Setting Powder. This says it's a pressed translucent setting powder. It's, of course, another little travel size. And, of course, I am a clown and fell for the BoxyCharm add-on. This one I think would be really great for travel for me. So I think I'm going to hold on to this one. I really feel like I can let this NYX one go. Sure, I can find a home for that. If nothing else, my daughter will enjoy playing with it. She's 10 and, you know, thinks that she's also an influencer or YouTuber or what have you. Yeah, I'll pass this along. If nothing else, my daughter will probably enjoy, you know, trying it out and getting to know it. She's only 10, but, you know, getting into makeup like mom. Then I have this Tarte Shape Tape Pressed Powder in the shade 10N Fair Neutral. I use this every single day to set my eyelids. Where this thing is that goes in here, I have no idea. I literally have no clue. It's probably in my drawer somewhere. But I use an eyeshadow brush to set my lids. It's a very pretty powder. I'm glad that it comes in different shades because she's not translucent for sure. So this one is definitely pretty close to my skin tone. Even though it's just a pressed powder and not a setting powder, if I feel a little too like makeup-y, like my makeup is sitting a little like damp still, this is a decent setting powder for me, honestly, just because I'm lazy and this is the only powder I've had at my desk lately. And I just lightly sweep it on. I don't use it very heavily, and it works pretty good for that. This e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder, I have the shade Light. I do think they went back and expanded the shade on these a little bit. I like that the sifter has like an open, close, I want more, I want less type of lid. I really prefer those. So this one I think is pretty comparable to the Tarte, only it's more luminous. So I think this is really beautiful, like under the eyes. I think it's really pretty, like on the apples of the cheeks. Not that it's a highlight, but just that it's a little more like natural lit from within glow. It's not really something that I love using on my forehead because my forehead, like of all the places that I do end up getting oily, if I do, it's going to be my forehead. So I really wouldn't want to use it there, but outside of that, I think it's pretty. So a very uneventful declutter here. We're keeping 4 full size, 3 travel size, and getting rid of 1 little travel size. All right, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me today. I always have a great time hanging out with you guys, and love it when you comment below any mistakes you think I made, you know, things I got rid of that I shouldn't have, things that I kept that I probably should get rid of already, and anything that you've had on your wish list that you saw me swatch and you're like, Jennifer, girl, stop it. I'm already spending enough money, because I really like it when other people feel that struggle like I do when I watch these. I do love watching collection and declutter videos. They're so relaxing for me. So I hope you enjoyed. If you like this video, I do hope you'll give me a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, if you could hit that subscribe button for me. And other than that, I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are. Bye.